Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 8 of the Challenge Your Perfectionist Challenge. Today's challenge is about vulnerability and self-compassion. And today's challenge is a bit of a 3-part one. So, the first part of today's challenge is to stop a few of the safety behaviors that we often have going when we're perfectionists. And what I mean by a safety behavior is something that keeps you from just facing the world as it is and actually embracing that vulnerability that comes when we just show up as ourselves. Some of the most common ways that people do this is by spending a lot of time on their phone, so just avoiding reality in general and instead kind of making choices about what they want to put into their heads. And the other one is people often get caught mentally rehearsing in their heads, so going back into the past and thinking about how they could have done things better, or going into the future and worrying and trying to over prepare in order to protect themselves from that sense of vulnerability. So the first thing to do is to get out of your head, put your phone away if that's a problem for you, and just pay attention to the world around you. I've got a formal technique for this, and there is another video for that on the channel called the 5-4-3. And that's where you label 5 things you can see to yourself, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can feel, and you use that as a way of grounding yourself in the present. But for this exercise, it doesn't really need to be that formal. All we're aiming to do is just notice the world around us. So that might be checking out some birds in a tree, it might be paying attention to the sunset or the noise of the engine as you're on a bus. But just noticing what's around you, paying attention to your co-workers if you're at work. And that's the third part of the challenge, if you're brave enough for it, is that once you've come back to the world and you've spent some time just watching it and not involved in judging yourself or judging other people, but just seeing what's there, see if you can find something to complement in that world. So we're thinking people here. You might notice a colleague doing something that you think is really a good job and you could offer a compliment to them. You might see somebody on the street who's wearing a great outfit. You can compliment them. Or it might be just as simple as connecting, so saying hello to a stranger when you normally wouldn't because you feel so terrible about yourself that you tend to avoid eye contact and being seen. So all of these will work in terms of challenging you to be a bit more vulnerable and opening up to the world and to the people around you. The thing I really like about giving compliments or saying hello, giving a smile to somebody as you walk past, is that you tend to get a good response. So even if someone's not smiling at you, if you smile at them, they start to smile back, and that's a nice feeling. And that's a sense that you're worth it. You're worth smiling at, even if you haven't done anything fabulous yet. Even if this person doesn't know you, they're willing to smile at you. You're okay. And the same with compliments. People tend to enjoy getting compliments. It makes them feel good about themselves, makes them feel more warm and friendly towards you. And again, paying attention to that is going to help you challenge that idea that deep down you're not good enough. So that's today's challenge. Get out of your head or out of your phone, back into the real world, and start to notice what's there and start to find things to enjoy about what's there. That one's really good for our mood as well. So that's your challenge for day 8. See how you go with it, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.